Ladies, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third edition of Snapdragon for India, Qualcomm's flagship platform in India, where innovation moves beyond categories and becomes a connected experience. We are delighted to have all of you, members of the media, industry analysts, partners, colleagues, employees, and our Snapdragon insiders join us for the event. Today's showcase unfolds in two distinct chapters, beginning with mobile, followed by sound, bringing together a series of announcements that highlight how innovation comes to life across experiences. To set the stage, we would like to invite a leader who brings strategic and visionary depth, shaping the company's direction, scale, and momentum. Please join us in welcoming the Chief Operating Officer and Chief Financial Officer Qualcomm, Akash Palkiwala.
Good morning, India. Are we excited? Excellent, excellent. Well, first of all, welcome to Snapdragon for India, Edition 3. It's incredible to be here. A lot of familiar faces in the room. Great to see our partners. Great to see the press. Great to see people who are online listening to this event. Thank you for coming. We're so excited about what we have today. Everything we're doing for India, in India, and excited to show off all of that stuff to you. So thank you for coming. Let's go through the show. You know, the story of India over the last several years is the story of digital India. I grew up here, and the India I remember from 25, 30 years ago, completely different. Today, you think about payments. You go to the airport and how you check in. You think about how GST works, how taxes work, how Aadhaar card works. India has gone from being a laggard to the leader in digital transformation. So we should be all very proud. The digital future that the world wants to execute on is happening in India already today. Incredible, and Qualcomm is so happy to be a part of it. We're contributing a little bit from our side to it, but we're great to just excited to see this happen. That's the first chapter. We're about to see a second chapter, and AI is going to come in, and various initiatives that the government has started, that all of our partners are doing, that we're doing, we're going to transform India second time with AI. And so we're very excited about every product that we're going to announce here, every partnership that we're doing with AI companies in India, and looking forward to the interaction with all of you as well. The world of AI is changing. We started off with apps. Like you had an app on your phone for Gemini, you had an app on your phone for ChatGPT. You would ask a question, you would get an answer. But now it's not like that anymore. We see a world where we go from app-centric interactions to agent-centric interactions. We're all going to talk to an agent. The agent is going to decide what to do for us. The agent will open the Swiggy app. The agent will open the Uber app. The agent will go and book a plane ticket for us, a hotel room for us. And there's just incredible transformation that will happen in how AI and how interaction with a device works. And this is not just for phones. Think about any vehicle where you're interacting with a device. You're going to stop interacting with fixed apps, and you're going to interact with an agent. There's a third phase to this story, which is coming next, which is a claw. Think about a very secure, open claw-like application that will not just know what specific question you're asking it, but it will always be in the background. It can see what you can see. It can hear what you can hear. And it's a device you can have a conversation with. So very excited about the changes that are coming in, and very excited to bring those to you through our products. So who's Qualcomm today? We see ourselves as the connected computing leader. We're the leader in connectivity, high performance, low power computing, and doing AI at the edge. We started off with phones, but today's Qualcomm is not a phones Qualcomm. We were the leader, are the leader in smartphones. But think about automotive, think about PC, think about any wearable personal AI devices, whether they're glasses, they're a pendant, they're a brooch, they're hearables, they're a watch. Qualcomm is a leader in each one of these areas. And now we're expanding. We're expanding into the data center. Very excited about the products we're going to announce very soon. Stay tuned for our investor day in a couple months. We're expanding into robotics. Robotics is very much like a car, and so we're going to bring all the technology we've created for automotive into robotics. And so when this vision plays out, where each one of us will have a robot standing next to us doing things for us, Snapdragon Silicon will be in it. And so very excited about that as well. But we just don't go into the industry and make a chip for it. We make the chip that sets the benchmark for performance in that industry. Smartphones, 8 Elite. You go to automotive, our Elite and Ride chips are the leader. Same for PC, XR, and we're doing that for industrial robotics, edge networking, and now for data center. Qualcomm will be the leader in performance, in power consumption, for each of these industries that we participate in. The story of Qualcomm started with 3G. Irvin Jacobs, who was our founder, he started with CDMA, but his vision was we're not going to be a supplier of technology, we're not going to just be a supplier of chips, we're going to be a creator of ecosystems. So every ecosystem we participate in, we bring in the partners. We enable everyone else in the industry to succeed with us. And so we're very, very excited, very happy that all these players in the India ecosystem are our partners. We want all of them to be successful. We want to partner with all of them. And we want to bring all these leading technologies to each of our partners. I want to take this opportunity to thank each of our partners for working with us, for being friends, for being teachers, for allowing us to bring the right technologies to each one of you. Thank you so much. Okay. The story of India for Qualcomm 10, 15 years ago, we would look at India as a market where we can get a lot of volume. But the transformation, the digitization of India that we talked about earlier, has completely changed how we think about the Indian market. Now we design the products with India in mind. We design products in India with the world in mind. And it's a complete transformation of our philosophy on the Indian market. I'll remember this, I was meeting with someone from Flipkart, and they were telling me this story about how there is 600 million people under 30 years old who already know they're going to be successful. They want the best experiences. They want the best products. And it shows up in the numbers. Look at the growth rate of phones over $500, 24% increase. Look at the ASP of the devices rapidly increasing. And this is happening because this sector, this portion of the Indian population wants the best experiences in the world. And this is not just in phones. The examples we're showing here is about phones, but it's not just about phones. It's in all the other products that we see we make. And so it's incredible for me, as someone who grew up in India, to see this transformation happen. And so we're very happy to bring premium experiences to India through all of our products. Incredibly proud of this slide. We've been investing in Snapdragon for a very long period of time with India in mind. And now very happy to announce that India's most trusted chip brand is Snapdragon. And this is, again, not just across phones. It applies to automotive, to wearable devices, to music devices, to all kinds of products that we make. And it's just the beginning. There's a lot more work for us to do. Very excited. We've talked about products that India makes, that Qualcomm makes for India. But what do we do in India? We have a very, very large employee population in India, very proud to the contribution that the India team gives to the rest of Qualcomm. 19,000 employees, by far the biggest location outside San Diego for Qualcomm. 2-nanometer chips. You know how many companies in the world 2-nanometer chips do 2-nanometer chips this year? You can count with fingers on your hand. Qualcomm India is one of them. We're doing multiple. I think we're doing 2-nanometer chips in India this year. We're bringing the latest technology from the world, creating products in India, for the world. Very proud of that. And then we're investing in the ecosystem. The engineering team is right here. And we're investing in the ecosystem. We just announced a $150 million AI venture capital fund. We've been investing for a while, but now we're going to focus on AI investments. As the second transformation of the economy happens, we're going to participate in it through our venture capital firm. So as I wrap up, I really want to say thank you to all of you, to our partners, to our friends, to the press, to the media, to the insiders. Thank you for being a part of this event. I'm now going to call on stage my friend, my partner in crime, Chris Patrick, to announce the incredible products we're going to talk about today. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Fred. I'm good. I'm good.
You need to.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Incredible talk by Akash. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Welcome to the insiders. Welcome to friends across the industry. So I'm thrilled to be here in India to unveil our latest mobile platforms. Purposeful technology designed for real lives. As Akash mentioned, India stands as a strategic priority for Qualcomm. This is a defining market for us, but really for the entire mobile industry. This is one of the largest, fastest growing mobile ecosystems. India is connecting hundreds of millions of consumers to the digital economy every year. This scale and momentum make it an ideal stage to unveil our latest mobile platforms, to demonstrate how we're enabling the next generation of mobile experiences. You know, as Akash mentioned, there's three aspects to our approach in India that make us, we believe, unique. First, we design and engineer much of our platform in India. Our commitment goes beyond collaboration. Snapdragon chips, including the platforms we're unveiling today, benefit from the engineering and development capabilities right here in India. Our teams across India involved in every aspect of design and then support our key customers through early development stages, optimization, and validation. We're not just bringing technology to India, we're building our development capabilities right here. Second, we're focused on the Indian consumer. We build products that are centered around the needs of the Indian market, making flagship innovations accessible across price tiers. For example, 2 years ago, with our partners, we brought affordable 5G to millions with the Snapdragon 4S Gen 2 that provided advanced technology accessible to more people and set a new standard for affordability for the industry. From advanced performance to cutting-edge imaging, next-generation connectivity, we're ensuring that Indian consumers at every price tier experience the future of mobile technology. Third, ecosystem partnership, again, as Akash mentioned, with global impact. Together with India's technology ecosystem, we're not just building for India, we're taking India innovation to the world. We partner closely with Indian OEMs, developers, and innovators, and then take these Indian-born brands and technology companies with us globally to compete globally, powered by Snapdragon. Companies are delivering world-class devices to consumers across regions, carrying Indian innovation to the global stage. Okay, before we talk about today's platforms, I want to take a step back and talk about the challenging moment that our industry is facing right now. Component economics are changing. Memory supply is limited. Device costs are rising. This is all at a time when consumers expect even more value, even more capabilities from the technology they invest in. So that reality is exactly why our announcements today matter. At Qualcomm, we are building for this moment. We're focused on giving our customers and partners the right options for what their users care about. Technology that delivers meaningful, everyday impact, clear value at every tier. This is intentional engineering for today's market, and this is how we continue to move the industry forward. Okay, let's now turn our attention to the Snapdragon mobile roadmap. Snapdragon 8 is our premium series. This is where we debut our industry-leading technology that powers many of today's flagship devices with emerging new use cases. Next, we have our Snapdragon 7 series, which delivers the most in-demand features for the high-tier smartphone. Next, our Snapdragon 6 series fuels a wide variety of mid-range devices. And then finally, our Snapdragon 4 series is ideal for entry-level smartphones, but is packed with the essentials that users need. Today, our focus is on the 6 and the 4 series, two tiers that are absolutely critical to the broad range of consumers. In fact, these platforms connect hundreds of millions of consumers across the globe. You know, the most powerful technology is not the loudest, it's the most present. It works behind the scenes, central to your device, turning ordinary moments into opportunities. Snapdragon does not just enable these moments, it is the heartbeat, the engine that powers them. We measure success not in specs alone, but in confidence. The confidence in our users to connect, to create, to pursue what matters without compromise. This is the power of Snapdragon at scale. Technology that does not demand your attention, but instead earns your trust. Based on our internal research, consumers who purchase devices within these price tiers have significant confidence in Snapdragon. They see us as a leader in exceptional experiences across connectivity, gaming, battery life, photography, audio quality. For Snapdragon 4 and 6 series in particular, these signals are actually very clear. 82% believe Snapdragon is a leader in connectivity. 79% believe we are a leader in battery life. This trust from the consumer matters to us. It's our responsibility to be worthy of this trust, to re-earn that trust with every product we deliver, every technology we invent, to deliver experiences that truly deserve this admiration and this praise. To explore more, let's hear from the industry. I'd like to invite Neil Shaw from Counterpoint to join us on stage. Neil. Okay, Neil, thank you for coming. So maybe tell us a little bit more what's happening in the market, what's happening in the industry. What do consumers, especially consumers in this mid and entry tier, what are they looking for?
Yeah, thanks, Chris. We are seeing a massive shift, actually, as Akash talked about digital transformation. You see these aspirational users who are leapfrogging the sub-$150 segment and moving up, right? And they're searching for these premium experiences, and basically they're benchmarking Snapdragon 8 series and trying to look similar experiences at that particular price points in these new tiers. And this creates a lot of expectations for these users, right? I mean, when we speak to some of the smartphone users, especially in the second largest market, smartphone market, India, right, and which is a very good representation of the Snapdragon 4 and 6 series price segments, we see a definitely performance gap. They see a very different performance gap. And that is, you see the gap is between the reality and the expectation, right? And despite most phones have now robust batteries, according to our research, 1 in 3 users actually were complaining about the battery degrading or draining, right? But at the same time, they don't stop there. There are more frustrations. They're saying 25% of them feel that their camera is not up to the mark, right? Almost 22% of them seeing UI freezes or app crashes, right? And 17% of them are saying that experiencing unstable connectivity. Essentially, in lower end of this tier and overall, we are seeing direct correlation between what is the type of SoC. If the SoC is weak, just they can't live up to the modern processing expectations, right? And that is where chipset becomes pivotal to building these experiences in these tiers.
Got it. All right, so these consumers expect more. They want more out of devices, even in this price tier.
Yep.
So they want better battery life and smoother UI experiences. Okay, fascinating. Okay, you haven't mentioned gaming. So what are users in this price tier looking for on the gaming side of things?
So it is fascinating, and our research also revealed a lot of these users in this segment are young, and first time they're moving into this particular tiers, right, above $150. And if you look at these segments, gaming is becoming very important for them as a feature. 70% of those users told us the GPU performance is very important for one of the features of all the features they look for. And 70% of them say the gaming capability is a key driver for the next purchase, actually. And for the gaming-centric crowd, the processor is becoming super important and a single most critical factor. 87% of them actually prioritizing the gaming capability in their next purchase. And they know that gaming experience is driven by the processor capabilities for allowing a good game speed, smoothness, as well as jitter-free and more responsiveness in their experience for the gaming.
Okay, it makes sense. Hey, so, again, as you talk to these users that clearly are looking for more still, right, from the SoC, looking for more still at the device. How do they view Snapdragon? Do they feel Snapdragon is up to the challenge?
No, it's been fascinating to watch, and we have been looking at this for multiple years. And as the market matures, users are becoming much more processor aware, and that is something what we have discovered. And almost 88% of the consumers having a positive response for Snapdragon. And this is not just for smartphones, but it's across the brand, as Akash showed in the first slide, right? And we have seen a significant shift in this metric, year-over-year comparison. If you look at, it has gone from 73% to 82% of buyers are seeing Snapdragon as the processor they would like to have in their next purchase. And it's become a gold standard.
All right, okay, that's encouraging. Again, we're humble, but we want to keep making sure we earn that trust from the consumer. Absolutely. Hey, Neil, thank you for sharing that perspective. As we develop new platforms, this is exactly the kind of insight we're going to build in to our platforms. We're going to tell you more about the new platforms, and hopefully we meet the mark and we meet the demands of the consumer.
Absolutely.
Okay,
congratulations on the launch.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Almost as Neil described, I think what consumers are looking for, the breakthroughs they're looking for, are not measured in specs, right? But they're measured in user experiences. They're measured in the kind of small, everyday moments. As the pace of mobile accelerates, especially here in India, we're delivering that impact where it matters the most. So coming up, Deepu John from my team is going to come up and give you a deep dive behind the technology, into the technology behind our new devices. But before he does, I'm very, very proud to announce the brand new Snapdragon 4 Gen 5 and Snapdragon 6 Gen 5. Hello, India. I am delighted and super excited to be here in India to launch these two products. And I'm thrilled to give you the inside scoop on our latest Snapdragon products. Our innovation starts with deeply understanding how people use their devices every day. I hope you were able to connect with those videos that you saw. Because in the end, it's real-world experiences that matter the most. Whether you're connecting with loved ones, staying productive, or enjoying entertainment on the go. That's exactly what guided the design of our newest platforms, delivering meaningful, tangible benefits that show up in everyday life. To get us started, please join me in welcoming Amiya Mishra to the stage, who will walk us through some exciting demos highlighting the real-world use cases that these products are built for. Amiya?
Thank you, Deepu. I'm so glad to be here, welcoming everyone to this edition of the Snapdragon for India. I'm very excited to talk to you about some of the incredible engineering that we have done on the Snapdragon Gen 6, Gen 5, and the 4 Gen 5 that we're going to launch today. Let's talk about gaming, right? Neil and Chris spoke a lot about how gaming has become increasingly important for consumers when they decide to buy a device. Now, users are seeking devices that have a powerful gaming experience and also immersive as well. And so it's no longer just a casual play that we're talking about. It's also about being competitive. It's also about being social. For millions of these users who are gamers, gaming is a way of relaxing after work, connecting with friends, or also even just showing off online. And specifically for Indian consumers, what they want today is a sustained high-performance gameplay. Essentially, long sessions that feel smooth, responsive, and immersive from start to finish. And that's exactly what we are focused on while designing our latest Snapdragon platforms. With these new platforms, high refresh rate gaming is not just a premium experience. We are bringing it to mainstream.
Yes, this is all very exciting, Amiya. Now let's bring it to life.
Yep. So what you're seeing on the screen right now is the gameplay captured on the Snapdragon 6 Gen 5. It supports 120 FPS gaming on a popular gaming title. It delivers ultra-fast, smooth motion, faster visual feedback, and incredible responsive control. So every swipe, every tap, every action feels precise, whether you are racing, whether you are battling, or just exploring the open world. What is also incredibly unique about this platform is just not the performance, but its sustained performance. Thanks to major power efficiency improvement that we bring into the platform, gamers can now enjoy longer sessions without worrying about overheating or the battery getting drained. The result, as you can see, is a much smoother and a very competitive experience while playing the game with visuals that are truly immersive and not just impressive on paper. During the later sections, Deepu will walk you through some of the technology inventions that we bring into this platform that allows this kind of a gaming experience.
Gaming is a powerful proof point, but that's just one part of the story. Throughout the day, people spend so much time navigating their device, as you all know, seamlessly moving between apps, content, and tasks. And that's where consistency and responsiveness really make the difference. So today, we have something special to announce.
Indeed, Deepu. That's so true. I mean, today the smartphone is the center stage of our life. All our experiences are through the UI. And so whether it's messaging, whether it's social media, it's work apps, or camera, payment, whatnot, everything is through your user interface to the phone. So the experience counts. Any stutter, any lag is a very degraded user experience. And that's why responsiveness has become just as critical as the raw performance. With the Snapdragon Smooth Motion UI, our goal is very simple. We deliver a consistently smooth experience, a premium feel experience, even in this segment, even in the mainstream segment. Scrolling feels effortless, app switching is very fast, and every interaction keeps up with the pace of your life. That's the Snapdragon Smooth Motion UI.
So let's bring this to life. Here's a side-by-side look at how Snapdragon Smooth Motion UI makes everyday interactions feel noticeably smoother and more seamless.
Absolutely. So on the screen, what you see is how we have refined our platforms to deliver an unmatched user experience. And you can see the difference between the two platforms is very dramatic. With our new platforms, the app launches are almost 43% faster. The switching between the apps is about 25% less screen stutter. And so it makes scrolling and transitions very smooth, very dramatically different from the previous generations. So you're spending less time waiting, and you're actually spending more time doing your real work. So whether you're switching between the apps, or you're replying to messages, or multitasking during a very busy day, the phone feels very responsive. It gives you a very premium feel experience, and that's the Snapdragon Smooth Motion UI. So what we're basically giving you is a very high level of polished smoothness that you normally experience in a premium tier platform. So that's the Snapdragon 6 Gen 5 for you.
Thank you, Amir. It's inspiring to see how these innovative features and enhancements are truly shaping the user experience for everyone.
I'm very happy to contribute from engineering.
Thank
Thanks
you
so much.
As you have just witnessed, the combination of gaming performance and Snapdragon Smooth Motion UI on Snapdragon devices is setting new benchmarks for what a smartphone can deliver. From the immersive visuals and responsive controls to seamless interactions and smooth multitasking. Building on that momentum, let's shift our focus and dive deeper into the technological advantages that power these experiences. We'll take a closer look at both platforms, beginning with 4 Gen 5, to understand how they address users' most important needs and bring premium capabilities to a wider audience. The Snapdragon 4 Gen 5 is purpose-built to address the most pressing consumer pain points we identified earlier. We are also democratizing advanced mobile experiences for a much broader audience. These capabilities are the result of our commitment to anticipating and solving real-world challenges, making next-level technology accessible to more people than ever before. Let me dive in. Let's begin our overview by highlighting the exceptional advancements in graphics performance. The integrated Adreno GPU sets a new standard up to 77% faster than its predecessor. This boost ensures ultra-smooth visuals across all use cases, from immersive gaming and high-resolution streaming to seamless navigation in daily applications. Notably, this platform also establishes a commanding 54% performance lead over competing solutions, reinforcing our commitment to industry leadership and delivering best-in-class user experiences. Efficiency and longevity remain core priorities for our platform. We have achieved a remarkable 10% reduction in overall power consumption, translating directly into extended user experiences. For example, up to 1.7 additional hours of music streaming and a whole hour extra of video playback. Snapdragon enables users to stay connected and engaged throughout the day with no compromise on performance or battery life. Those were some of the criteria that Neil Shah had mentioned earlier. At the core of our value proposition is connectivity, Snapdragon's foundation for delivering transformative mobile experiences. With the integration of the Qualcomm 5G modem RF subsystem powered by 3GPP Release 17 5G standards, we are positioned to drive industry-leading performance. Users benefit from peak download speed of up to 2.8 gigabits per second, ensuring rapid access to content and applications, and supporting the demands of a digitally connected world. And for the first time in this segment, I'm proud to announce that we'll support global DSDA, Dual SIM, Dual Active. It supports and enables users to seamlessly switch between two 5G SIMs in this tier to manage work and personal communications on a single device. This provides flexibility and superior connectivity, automatically connecting to the fastest and strongest network wherever business or personal travel takes you. Our Qualcomm Smart Network Selection 3.0 technology. Now, you must have experienced you're in the elevator, your connection drops out. Or you're driving home, when it cuts over to Wi-Fi at home, problems happen. This technology elevates user experience to make it context aware. Whether you're gaming, uploading critical files, or video conferencing, even in challenging environments like what I described, such as elevators, subways, or parking garages, Snapdragon enables uninterrupted connectivity and productivity wherever you are. Like you saw with the demonstration earlier, we are introducing Snapdragon Smooth Motion UI to improve device responsiveness. Compared to the previous generation, we are seeing a remarkable 25% reduction in screen stutter and 43% faster app launches. This means scrolling through social feeds, switching between multiple apps, or even simply navigating menus feels immediate and natural, with every touch and gesture translated instantly on screen. From connectivity and UI responsiveness, let's turn our attention to another cornerstone of the user experience that you are all aware of, the camera. Our platform delivers a suite of intelligent enhancements designed to elevate mobile photography and videography. Advanced auto exposure, autofocus, and auto white balance ensure that every shot is expertly optimized, regardless of environment or lighting conditions. This empowers users to consistently capture clear memories with minimal effort. But what if the person taking the photo has unsteady hands? You may be standing in wind, for example, or your hands may be unsteady. Electronic image stabilization actively compensates for shake, minimizing blur and distortion. There's a reason why, as time progresses, your photos look better and better. There's a lot of work happening in the technology behind the scenes. In addition, our face recognition technology intelligently recognizes and focuses on faces during both photo and video capture. This ensures that your family, friends, and favorite moments always look crisp and clear. Again, technology working in the background for better images. Beyond capturing those special moments, entertainment is just as important. For gaming enthusiasts, this is really exciting. With 90 FPS gaming support, a first for the Snapdragon 4 series, you can enjoy smooth gaming with fluid visuals and responsive controls that keep you locked in on the action. This level of performance is a game changer, enabling immersive play without the lag or stutter that can break your concentration while gaming. Whether you're exploring expansive worlds or simply unwinding with your devices and your favorite mobile titles, 90 FPS ensures every movement and command feels consistent and smooth. In addition, Snapdragon 4 Gen 5 delivers an average frame rate, you'll see it in the graph there, that is nearly 5% higher than competing platforms. This is huge. This improvement means gamers can enjoy smoother, more consistent gameplay, reducing interruptions caused by lag or sudden drops in performance. Of course, immersive gaming and entertainment aren't complete without exceptional audio. That's why audio quality was a top priority, and we have delivered with Snapdragon Sound technology. Qualcomm Acoustic Audio Codec provides authentic, high-resolution audio playback directly from your device with Qualcomm aptX adaptive audio. This ensures uninterrupted sound across gaming, video, and music streaming. Plus, support for 96 kilohertz music streaming lets audiophiles enjoy studio-quality tracks with incredible clarity and detail. Whether you're listening through headphones, earbuds, or the device's built-in speakers, Snapdragon Sound technology delivers a premium, immersive audio experience. So when you look at Snapdragon 4 Gen 5 as a complete platform, as you see on the screen here, what you're seeing is a fundamental shift in what's possible in this tier. Snapdragon 4 Gen 5 is redefining expectations for this tier of smartphones, making advanced technology much more accessible. Let's now turn our focus to our next announcement, which is the Snapdragon 6 Gen 5. This platform introduces a new level of user experience for mid-range devices, setting the stage for meaningful improvements and brand new possibilities. These enhancements are engineered to meet the demands of today's dynamic digital environment, ensuring users stay productive, connected, and entertained. From a performance perspective, Snapdragon 6 Gen 5 features a significant leap in Adreno GPU capabilities. With 21% faster GPU performance than its predecessor and outperforming the competition by 20%, this platform delivers smoother, much more responsive graphics, enabling a seamless user experience at every touch point. Just as crucial as performance is battery life, a top priority for users in this category of devices. There is an 8% increase in power efficiency, resulting in extended usage time. Users can now expect up to 2 additional hours of music streaming and 38 more minutes of gaming with this improvement. In addition, Snapdragon 6 Gen 5 also leverages Snapdragon Smooth Motion UI, delivering 18% less screen stutter and 20% faster app launches compared to the previous generation. Every interaction is designed for immediacy and precision, reinforcing our commitment to intuitive performance and operational excellence across our device portfolio. Now let's take a look at the camera, which is truly impressive. Our AI-based night vision technology is engineered to transform your mobile photography experience. Instead of struggling with dim, grainy photos after sunset, users now capture vibrant, clear images, whether they are documenting a late-night city outing or preserving memories at a cozy indoor gathering. Now, when you have distant subjects and you want to get in real close, this platform delivers best-in-class image quality at up to 100x magnification, enabling users to capture with unprecedented detail. See how clear and crisp that butterfly is. It's incredible. Gaming. Gaming reaches new heights with select Snapdragon Elite gaming features. The Qualcomm Adaptive Performance Engine 4.0 optimizes resource allocation real-time, ensuring that even the most demanding graphics-intensive moments remain smooth and uninterrupted. This intelligent orchestration means users can expect consistently seamless gameplay no matter what the challenge. Snapdragon Game Super Resolution elevates both performance and power efficiency by intelligently upscaling gaming visuals. The result? Stunning detailed graphics and extended battery life. With Qualcomm frames per second 3.0, users benefit from adaptive performance management that maintains consistently high frame rates while minimizing slowdowns and stutter. The outcome is an ultra-smooth, immersive environment that meets the expectations of today's most discerning gamers. In addition to these enhancements, users benefit from better sustained gaming with less drops, as you can see in the graph, on these platforms. This means you can enjoy longer gaming sessions and truly immerse yourself in the world of mobile gaming. And speaking of immersive experiences, I'm really excited to share this next innovation. For the first time in Snapdragon 6 series, we are bringing Qualcomm Expanded Personal Area Network, also known as Expand technology, providing amazing sound quality wherever you have Wi-Fi connectivity. Qualcomm Expand is designed to help devices seamlessly switch between Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connections to maintain the best possible audio experience, whether it's a voice call, music stream, or interacting with an AI assistant. It provides whole building seamless coverage from device to earbud, even when away from your phone on another floor. You'll be hearing more about this from later when Dino comes on stage. Okay, let's take a moment to discuss connectivity. With Snapdragon 6 Gen 5, we deliver a holistic connectivity solutions that empowers every feature and experience we have highlighted. The Qualcomm 5G modem RF subsystem featuring 3GPP Release 17 5G standard delivers peak download speeds of up to 2.8 gigabits per second. This ensures that devices can deliver rapid data transfers, uninterrupted streaming, and robust real-time collaboration across global networks. Now let me highlight something particularly important for real-world usage. FDD uplink, or frequency division duplex, a first in this series which uses dedicated frequency bands specifically for uploading data. Think about what this means in practice. When you're video calling with family, sharing photos to social media, or live streaming your gaming, all of those activities depend on upload speed. FDD uplink ensures these uploads happen consistently and reliably without competing for bandwidth with your downloads. The result? More stable video calls, faster photo uploads, and smoother two-way communication no matter what you're doing. Our Fast Connect mobile connectivity system sets a new standard for the Snapdragon 6 Gen 5, introducing Wi-Fi 7 support for the first time in this segment. With peak speeds reaching up to 5.8 GPS, users can enjoy instant downloads, seamless video streaming, and lag-free cloud gaming, even in the busiest environments. Now, let's double-click into Bluetooth. We are also debuting Bluetooth 6.0 and Bluetooth channel sounding in the Snapdragon 6 series, innovation that makes everyday life easier. I'm sure the next example will click with you. Imagine never losing your keys again. With precise item tracking through channel sounding, users can effortlessly locate misplaced belongings, saving valuable time, reducing your stress, and ensuring your devices are always reliable and ready and accessible to you. So looking at the full suite of experiences delivered by Snapdragon 6 Gen 5, it's clear we are charting a new course for the industry. From AI-powered night vision photography to Snapdragon Elite gaming features with adaptive performance and groundbreaking connectivity, these innovations are not just technical milestones. They are strategic enablers designed for real-world impact. Now, millions more consumers around the globe have access to capabilities previously reserved for flagship devices. This is how we drive progress, inspire creativity, and redefine what's possible in mobile connectivity. With both Snapdragon 4 Gen 5 and Snapdragon 6 Gen 5, we are not simply meeting expectations. We are raising the bar and empowering a new generation to dream bigger, create boldly, and connect without boundaries. Now, I'll hand it off to Saurabh. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepu. Good afternoon. What an incredible deep dive into the new platforms. With Snapdragon 4 Gen 5 and 6 Gen 5, we truly believe we are redefining what consumers can expect across performance, camera, connectivity, and much more. But bringing these innovations to life does not happen in isolation. It happens through partnerships with the brands that understand the Indian market and consistently push the boundaries of what's possible. And today, we are excited to have some of them with us sitting here and who will be bringing devices based on these platforms. One of the partners is Oppo. Over the years, our collaboration with Oppo has delivered the most refined and premium experiences to the consumers. To share more, let me call on stage Goldie Patnaik, Head of Comms, Oppo India. Goldie.
Thanks. Saurabh. A very, very good afternoon to all. Thank you, Saurabh. And I think since last 1 hour, we have been having some incredible insights, and congratulations to the entire Qualcomm team for bringing in such powerful technology for the users of India. So it's great to be here, and thank you to Qualcomm for having us. This is our first time in this forum, and we are glad to be part of this overall announcement. And at Oppo, I think what we do is we look at smartphones a bit differently, right? So we craft them to be your true companions. And for us, it's not about adding more features. It's about how everyday experience comes together and how to elevate the everyday overall memories, what you create through content, and also through building in and posting, consuming content all across. How smooth the device feels, how responsive it is, and how consistently it performs through the day. Not in short bursts, because phone, I always say, is part of your family and it has to be consistently delivering, not in shorter bursts. That thinking shapes how we build our products, be it the Tune for India cameras, smooth and intuitive OS, or bringing in practical and meaningful AI for users. So all these key pillars come together into one holistic package. Over time, our focus has been very simple: to make what feels premium accessible to more users. And there is something which I would announce towards a little later stage, which is for the larger experience, elevation of experience for our premium users. This is where our collaboration with Qualcomm becomes very, very integral. In the past, we have launched blockbusters like Reno 15, 5G, Renault 15C 5G, and F31 Pro, all in the mid and mid-premium segments for consumers. And they all have been actually able to deliver a seamless experience to our user, more responsive, and also being reliable throughout the journey. Going forward, we also will work closely with Qualcomm to push the smartphone experience further for users across segments. Today I was discussing in the morning, today India is seeing a resurgence, a true resurgence of youth, right? They want to curate content, they want content to be ready, not to be editing, posting it immediately, right? It has to be ready. So at the background, silently, your performance plays a very, very big role. And at Oppo, I think our focus has been to bring in excellence in camera, excellence in AI, which is meaningful, and also a very, very credible operating system. So taking this forward with Qualcomm, we are also planning to get something, I think I would call it as the next blockbuster. So we will be bringing in together our next flagship, which is surely going to be elevating the experience of users in India. It would be Find X9 Ultra, which would be powered by Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. I think this is an opportunity where we want to let you know this is going to redefine, I'm sure, with the partnership with Qualcomm, this is going to redefine the user experience. And today, as we see a lot of other platforms being introduced, we would also be working and exploring on those platforms to ensure there is accessibility, there is affordability, and across user segments, right? So all the very best, and thank you once again, Qualcomm team, for having us here. And I wish you all a very, very good day ahead. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Goldie, for joining us today. Another partner that has truly reshaped the landscape of smartphone in India is Realme. Realme has always stood for pushing boundaries, making high-performance experiences more accessible with the best of innovation. While Francis can't join us today here, but he has sent a special message via video for everyone. Can we have the video, please?
Hello everyone, Namaste. This is Francis from Realme. First of all, congratulations to Qualcomm on the launch of the Snapdragon 4 Gen 5. This chipset truly redefines what users can expect from this segment. Our close collaboration with Qualcomm has enabled us to bring multiple advancements to the Indian market. Last year, we introduced our flagship Realme GT8 Pro with the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. Being one of the first to debut the platform in India. Together, we continue to push the boundary of performance and accessibility, and with the latest launch, we're excited to take that mission even further. For us, it's never been just about specs on paper. It's about delivering a smooth, powerful, and future-ready experience. The new Snapdragon chipset brings significant upgrades in efficiency, AI capabilities, and overall performance, setting a new benchmark for its category. With the latest updates, users can enjoy ultra-fluid interactions, reduced shutter, and faster app launches, making everyday use feel seamless and responsive. We are proud to share that one of our upcoming devices in the next quarter will harness the full potential of the Snapdragon 4 Gen 5, delivering enhanced speeds, smarter features, and an optimized user experience that truly stands out. Thank you.
Thank you, Francis, for the exciting updates, and thank you for the Realme team present here with us today. Now, moving on to a brand that has truly transformed the smartphone story in India. Xiaomi. From redefining value to democratizing technology at a scale, Xiaomi has played a pivotal role in shaping how millions of users experience smartphone today in India. It's my pleasure to invite on stage Sandeep Singh Arora, Chief Business Officer, Xiaomi India. Welcome.
Thank you, Saurabh. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, congratulations to Qualcomm on the launch of the Snapdragon 6 Gen 5 and the Snapdragon 4 Gen 5 platforms. And thank you, Chris, Rajan, for having me here today. Xiaomi India and Qualcomm have had a fantastic partnership. Together, we've worked towards bringing innovation and better smartphone experiences to more consumers across India. And what we've done together actually helps connect and deliver on Xiaomi's mission, which is to bring or make technology accessible to everyone, innovation for everyone. Because we believe that high quality smartphone experiences should be available to a much wider set of consumers. And that is why the introduction of these new Snapdragon platforms is so very exciting for us. We see this as another big step towards faster, more efficient, more reliable, and far more experience-driven devices for consumers. Chris talked about this. Today, consumers are looking at a lot more beyond specs on paper. They care about how the device performs in everyday life, their everyday moments, how consistent it is, how it sort of keeps up through the day. And we believe that these platforms will allow Xiaomi to continue delivering exactly that at scale. I'm also very pleased to announce that Xiaomi will soon bring smartphones powered by both the Snapdragon 6 Gen 5 and the Snapdragon 4 Gen 5 platforms to the Indian market. We look forward to sharing more details with all of you very soon. And once again, congratulations to the Qualcomm team on today's, launch and announcement. And thank you. Thank you very much, Saurabh. Over to you.
Sandeep, thank you all our partners present here with us today with Snapdragon 4 Gen 5 and 6 Gen 5, and with partners like Oppo, Realme, Xiaomi. We are not just launching the platforms, we are enabling new wave of experiences that are smarter, faster, and more premium for millions of users in India. Thank you for joining us today. But before I step down, I would like to call on stage Sandeep, Goldie, and Chris for a photo op. Let's have a seat.
We now move into the next chapter of the Snapdragon for India experience, one that isn't seen but heard. Sound has become central to how we experience the world around us. And with Snapdragon Sound, that experience is being redefined. To take us into the next segment, please welcome Head of Marketing, Qualcomm India, and a passionate audiophile, Sumit Sonal.
All right, check. I hope everyone is having a good time and there's a lot to learn. Okay, perfect. The next session is super close to my heart. People who know me know that I'm very, very passionate about sound. And the person who I'm going to bring in is somebody who has spent his entire career at the intersection of silicon and sound. Okay? The next person who you will meet now, also basically all the great audio devices which you have been using, maybe the TWS, which you have been using in this room itself, right? There's this guy who has actually worked on it. Okay? So please put your hands together to bring in SVP and GM of personal and wearable AI devices, Dino Beckes, on the stage. Go for it.
Thank you. I hope I can live up to those expectations. Well, I certainly, I'm excited to talk about sound, and because I think it's probably the most emotional connection that anyone has in the world to anything, right? And so, I don't have to worry about talking about specs and speeds and feeds because, all of us feel it in our hearts when we hear something that's really inspirational and moving. So, it's great to be here in New Delhi, and especially meaningful to be here at, the Snapdragon for India. India, by far, is one of the most exciting technology markets in the world. Consumers here move fast. They adapt quickly, and they expect value, and they expect performance. And increasingly, they expect premium experiences that fit naturally into everyday life. And that's exactly why audio matters so much. Audio is no longer something we just listen to. It's how we communicate, how we work, how we play, how we create, how we connect with others and family, and how we immerse ourselves in entertainment. And what I'm particularly excited about, it's increasingly how we're going to interact with AI. So today, I want to talk about how sound is being reimagined from wireless audio to immersive experiences, to intelligent hearables, and ultimately, to personal AI. Because the next era of audio is not just about better sound. It's about sound becoming more personal, intelligent, and connected. And of course, more essential. Why don't we start with India? There are several powerful trends that are converging here, and they're reshaping what consumers expect from audio. The first is form factor innovation. Audio is no longer limited to traditional earbuds and headphones. We're seeing open ear designs, clip-ons, hybrids, smart glasses, and entirely new wearable categories designed around comfort, awareness, and all-day use. That matters because audio is moving from something you'd use occasionally to something that stays with you throughout the day. The second trend is one about how one device has to now support many different moments. The same earbuds are being used for music in the morning, work calls during the day, gaming in the evening, and content creation on the weekends, and entertainment everywhere in between. That means audio products can no longer be single-purpose devices. They have to be versatile. And the third trend is that features, once considered premium, are quickly becoming expected. Adaptive ANC, spatial audio, low latency gaming, personalized hearing, longer wear time, better voice quality, and more robust connectivity. These are becoming table stakes. And that shift is especially important in India. India is a value-driven market, but it's also a very sophisticated market. Consumers here aren't asking simply for lower cost. They're asking for more capability at every price point. And we can see that in the market. India's TWS category is moving into a performance-led upgrade cycle. ANC-enabled devices are growing, spatial audio is expanding, and open-wear stereo is gaining traction. That is the opportunity. Audio is becoming more personal, more immersive, more intelligent, and in India, it's happening at massive scale. Now, despite all the progress in wireless audio, users still have, a little friction. And everyone in this room knows these pain points. You subscribe to a high-quality music service, but your wireless link may not deliver everything the artist intended. You're gaming, and even a small delay between what you see and what you hear can break the experience. and you walk away from your phone or move across a home and the connection starts to fade. All these items, including being on a call in a busy environment and voice quality drops, or you're simply moving through your day and dropouts and glitches remind you that wireless still doesn't always feel effortless. Wireless audio has brought incredible convenience, but for too long, it's been saddled with compromise. So our belief in Qualcomm is very simple. The next era of wireless audio cannot have any compromise. It has to deliver premium sound, and that's why we created Snapdragon Sound. Snapdragon Sound was created to make wireless audio feel the way it should feel. Rich, clear, responsive, reliable, effortless. Because audio today is no longer just about playback. It's about experience. And it's about whether your music sounds alive, whether your game feels instantaneous, whether your call sounds natural, whether your connection holds up in the real world, and increasingly, whether your device can understand your voice, your environment, and your intent. This is where Qualcomm brings unique advantage. We're not solving one piece of the audio experience in isolation. We're bringing together audio processing, wireless connectivity, ultra-low power compute, AI, and an ecosystem of devices all optimized end-to-end. That's what allows Snapdragon Sound to raise the bar for premium wireless audio, and it's why this platform is so important for India. A market where consumers want experiences that are premium, practical, and ready for everyday life. Today, Snapdragon Sound has become a global platform for premium audio innovation. More than 125 companies around the world are building with Snapdragon Sound. More than 325 devices are now available, and that translates to more than 120 million units shipped globally. That scale matters because great audio doesn't happen with one company alone. It happens when platform innovation meets product vision. It happens when silicon, software, devices, brands, and ecosystems come together. And that is especially true here in India. India is one of the most dynamic audio markets in the world. It's young, mobile first, entertainment driven, gaming driven, creator driven, and it's expanding well beyond the major metros. And when you combine that scale with its creativity, adoption, entertainment culture, and value expectations, you get a market that does not just consume technology. It helps define where technology goes next. That's why this moment is special. And it's why our work with partners in India matters so much. So, I am delighted to invite someone who understands the Indian consumer incredibly well and who has helped shape how millions of people experience audio every day. Please help me warmly welcome Shyam. Shyam, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, my pleasure.
Boat has built an incredible connection with consumers across India, not just through design and affordability, but through deep understanding of what people actually want from their audio in their daily lives. Shyam, over to you.
Thank you so much, Gino. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here. Thanks to Qualcomm for having us here. I think the last 1 hour has been truly amazing, right? We got a glimpse of what's happening across the mobile side. I'll just give you a quick glimpse of what's happening on the hearable side as well. So we have been, over the last year or so, working closely with Qualcomm, and we are building something truly special. Today, I'm proud to announce that we are the first Indian brand, Nirvana by Boat, to essentially build the partnership and unlock the integration at the scale. So this isn't just any other audio upgrade, right? This is essentially a perfect integration of the capabilities of both Snapdragon and Boat. So it's essentially a synergy of both of our capabilities, It's essentially a coming together of the deep understanding of consumer behavior, real-world usage experiences, and decades of perfecting essentially the Snapdragon experience from Qualcomm. So, we are essentially leveraging this capability to build an entirely new kind of audio experience. So as Dino also spoke about, right, I think India as a business and consumer behavior is evolving over the last a couple of years. So customer behavior and customer expectations are also rapidly changing. Customers are becoming more demanding. They're expecting more from their audio devices. So in addition to just good sound, they are essentially expecting immersive audio experiences. From feature set, they are essentially transitioning to a compelling end-to-end user experience. So our intent behind Nirvana by Boat is essentially that we want to deliver an experience that goes behind these limits and essentially something that surpasses the nature of the conventional audio platforms available today. But enough said, let's experience it. So if we can just play the video. Isn't that awesome? Well, to deliver this kind of an audio experience, we need more than just a product, right? You need a robust, capable platform. And that's essentially why we chose Snapdragon. So Snapdragon is the only platform that can deliver truly bit-perfect lossless audio powered by aptX and the adaptive ecosystem. It also delivers industry-leading audio pipeline, including noise suppression, and is also future-proof in the sense that it supports both LE audio and Aracast technologies. So the Snapdragon as an ecosystem, right? It's not just about delivering audio on your earphones or headphones. It's about the entire the power of the entire ecosystem is essentially delivered via Snapdragon. So it's about the entire audio pipeline. Today, most of the Android phones essentially run Snapdragon. So with Snapdragon on both ends of the audio chain, both on the headsets and on the personal audio devices, as well as on the phones, you essentially, as an user, get seamless codec compatibility. We also get very stable high bitrate streaming for both audio and video use cases, very low latency audio, particularly for gaming, and also very stable connection handling in very crowded RF environments that's typically available in India. So with Snapdragon, we are not just creating any other product. We are essentially delivering the entire power of the Snapdragon ecosystem to you. So the whole idea behind the product, right? You saw Nirvana Utopia 2 Pro. So the idea behind that is pretty simple. So the idea is to essentially see how we can help unbound your sound. It's not just about being louder. It's not just about being clearer. It also goes beyond that. It's beyond compression. It's essentially beyond audio lags. It's beyond connectivity dropouts. The idea is to see how we can leverage this technology to create something that is truly limitless and goes beyond the thresholds of what's available with wireless audio today. So Nirvana Utopia 2 is here to unbound your sound. So, but then I think audio is just not about technology, right? It's also about storytelling. And I believe there is no better person who understands the art of storytelling than Mr. Imtiaz Ali. So Mr. Imtiaz Ali, So Mr. Imtiaz Ali has been a true partner on our Nirvana journey. He has collaborated with us on our flagship TWS Nirvana IV Pro, and he continues to also work with us pretty closely on our future audio products as well. So with that, I would like to invite Mr. Imtiaz Ali on the stage to join me. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's a pleasure and very illuminating being here. I congratulate the Qualcomm team for holding this very interesting event over here. And all of you are technology and marketing experts. I come from another world, and there is nothing written over here for me, so I'll have to just make up what I have to say. But I'd like to say this. Being involved with audio especially is of a great privilege to me because I belong to the audio-visual industry, and even there, audio comes first. I think it is the most simple way of making contact. It is a very immediate way of actually affecting somebody or making somebody feel something, and we don't realize how much importance rests with audio. So I'm very privileged to be here. Thank you very much, and may our collaboration continue with Nirvana and boAt. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Imtiaz Ali. With that, I would also like to call upon Dino back on stage, and also Mr. Gaurav Nair, CEO of boAt, to join me in the product reveal. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gaurav. Thank you, Dino.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. So this is not just a new product, right? It's not just any other new feature. This is essentially a fundamental shift in terms of how we are experiencing premium sound. So Nirvana by boAt, Nirvana Utopia 2 Pro. So we are essentially unbounding the sound. Dino, back to you. Thank you.
Well, as you just heard, great audio products aren't designed in isolation. They're designed around how people live. And that's exactly why Snapdragon Sound is not built for a single device. It's built for an ecosystem. From smartphones and earbuds to headphones and wearables to PCs, smart glasses, and even cars. Snapdragon Sound enables consistent premium audio experiences across a universe of devices that people move through and between throughout the day. Because consumers don't live on one device anymore, and they expect the audio experience to move with them. That's the real opportunity, to make premium audio consistent across the devices that people use every day. And the goal for technology is really not to stay in the forefront, but to fade into the background. And for the experience to simply move forward and feel natural. That's when audio becomes powerful. Okay, so what does next level sound really mean? Well, for us, it means delivering premium audio across moments that matter most. For gaming, it means ultra-low latency. So sound stays in sync with the action. For music lovers, it means lossless high-resolution music streaming wirelessly. And for users moving throughout their home or their day, it means breakthrough range and coverage with Qualcomm XPAN. And in a busy real-world environment, it means robust connectivity and crystal clear voice calls. This is not about a single feature. It's an end-to-end platform with all these critical components working together simply and with incredible results. And that is really what Snapdragon Sound is intended to deliver. Now, one of the most important things about Snapdragon Sound is that it scales. And that matters deeply here, because India is not just a one market segment. There are consumers buying their first pair of wireless earbuds. There are gamers looking for lower latency. There's music lovers who want lossless quality. And there are professionals who need reliable calls. And premium users looking for even more flagship experiences. That's why our portfolio matters. So Snapdragon S3 is all about bringing premium wireless audio to high-volume devices. Snapdragon S5 enables more advanced listening with gaming experiences. And our flagship Snapdragon S7 Plus delivers our most advanced audio features for truly flagship premium products. This gives our partners and our customers the ability to innovate across tiers, across price points, while still delivering the consistent, high-quality audio experiences that consumers expect from the brand promise of Snapdragon Sound. The opportunity is to raise the experience across the entire market. Now let's talk about gaming. India, as we said before, is a mobile-first market, and gaming is one of the clearest examples of why audio has become so important. For gamers, sound isn't about background, it's positional awareness, reaction time, communication with teammates, and immersion. And that means latency matters. With Snapdragon Sound, gamers get ultra-low latency up to under 20 milliseconds. So what you see and what you hear stays in sync. And this is especially important as gaming, streaming, and social interaction continue to converge the way they are. But great audio also has to be reliable, because people don't experience sound sitting still. They move. And that's where many audio experiences still, to this day, break down. Snapdragon Sound is optimized end-to-end to deliver robust and reliable audio wherever users go. With aptX Adaptive and Qualcomm High-Speed Link working together, the connection can dynamically adjust in real time, helping maintain quality and stability even in challenging environments. And that's what users actually notice, not the technology itself, but the absence of frustration. No stutter, no drop, no interruption, just audio that stays with you. And voice is one of the most important parts of the audio experience. A great call should sound natural. Snapdragon Sound supports 32 kilohertz super wideband voice calls with quality. With Qualcomm aptX Voice helping deliver calls that are clearer, richer, and more lifelike. And in those moments, the experience is more natural and the connection feels more human. Now I want to talk.
I can hear you right behind me. You are not passing.
Watch out, this lap is mine.
Good morning, everyone. I want to kick things off by saying how incredibly proud I am of our team and the outstanding work we've accomplished over the last year. It's been an exhilarating journey, and I'm thrilled to share some remarkable numbers and insights with you all. In the last 3 months, our region has not only met but exceeded our sales target.
Incoming call from Mike's Auto Repair.
Hello?
Hi, Carrie. Just wanted to let you know that your car is ready to be picked up.
Great. Thanks for the update. I'll see you later today.
That's a testament to the relentless dedication and hard work put in by each member of our sales team.
Okay, now I want to talk about one of our most important recent innovations, Qualcomm XPAN. So think about it. XPAN is about giving audio more freedom, really unleashing it versus just having it tethered. Traditional wireless audio has been constrained by range. You move far from your phone, and the experience starts to break. X-Pan changes that. It allows audio to move with you more seamlessly across spaces, not just to stay tethered to a phone or a single room. But the real breakthrough is not just coverage. It's how X-Pan achieves that. It intelligently combines Bluetooth with micro-power Wi-Fi, giving hearables the ability to extend range and persistent connectivity without any penalty to battery life, traditionally associated with Wi-Fi. That's a big deal. People don't just want to think about where their phone is. They don't want to think about whether they're still in range. They just want the experience to work. And X-Pan helps make that possible. It extends coverage, improves continuity, and opens the door to entirely new classes of audio experiences. And one of those audio experiences is what we call a direct-to-cloud, and we think that's where it becomes very important. Direct-to-cloud means hearables no longer are just accessories tethered to the phone. They become always on, always available, cloud-connected devices. And from a user perspective, this fundamentally changes the experience without the need to pull out your phone. With this, hearable devices are moving from wireless audio accessories into always available AI companions. And that is the real breakthrough. Not just better connectivity, not just the ability to get better sound quality, but a new model for how people access their experiences. And this brings us to what I believe is the biggest shift ahead, personal AI. Everything we've talked about, it's not the end goal. It's the foundation. Because hearables are always on, always with you devices, they're becoming one of the most natural interfaces for intelligent wearables and personal AI. For the last several years, we've talked about AI as something we access through the cloud, through apps, or through a screen. But that model is changing. AI is moving from something you open to something that's simply there. Present, responsive, contextual, and increasingly proactive. Why don't we take a look at personal AI in action? Thanks. What you just saw is where this is headed. A world where AI doesn't just live behind the screen, it lives across the devices you wear. Whether it's headsets, wireless earbuds, smart watches, AI glasses, smart rings and bands, pins and pendants. These devices will become more aware, responsibly with your privacy in mind. They will understand your voice and context. They'll help us act in the moment, and more importantly, they will make technology feel more natural. We're moving away from devices that simply play sound to devices that understand context, recognize intent, and help you act. That is a profound shift. And this is not a distant future. It's happening right now. We're seeing glasses where audio is the primary way people access information, assistance and translation in the moment. We're seeing AI hearables that enable voice-first interaction with services and agents throughout the day. And we're seeing a new category of AI wearables emerge, designed around always available, low-friction interaction. What all these categories have in common is that audio becomes the core layer of interaction for AI. That is where Qualcomm has a unique role to play, because enabling personal AI at the edge requires many technologies to come together seamlessly. Ultra-low power compute, on-device AI, advanced connectivity, premium audio, sensor processing, multimodal experiences, and an ecosystem that scales across form factors, partners, and markets. That is what Snapdragon platforms are built to do. And that is why Snapdragon Sound is not only about better audio today, it's a part of the foundation for the intelligent wearable experiences of tomorrow. So let me close with this. The future of audio is not just about sound quality, as I've said. It's about the role sound will play in the next era of computing. In the smartphone era, the screen was the interface. In this personal AI era, the interface becomes more natural. Hearables and intelligent wearables, the always-on interface for the world. They are with us throughout the day, and they can help us communicate. And they can do it in a way that feels immediate and more human. For India, this opportunity is especially a powerful one, and one that it will help shape, because this is a market that's mobile first and increasingly AI aware. Now at Qualcomm, we're incredibly excited to work with partners here to bring premium audio and intelligent connectivity to personal AI devices across more people, more devices, more price points, and more moments in everyday life. Because when sound becomes intelligent, when connectivity becomes effortless, and when AI moves closer to the user, technology starts to disappear. And the experience becomes truly personal. We're excited about what we can build together here in India and around the world. Thank you so much for having me here, and now I'd like to invite Sumit back on stage.
All right. Remember how I've always mentioned that at Snapdragon, while mobile was the journey which we started with, our journey is just not limited to mobile, right? We have spoken about our diversification multiple times. Last year, with Snapdragon for India, we brought in XR for the first time, where we announced our Lenskart partnership. We also brought Auto, right, where we showcased the entire gamut of work which the team India is doing on both two-wheelers and four-wheelers. And last year, if you remember the first edition, we brought compute as a platform to the India market. Now, this time, Snapdragon Sound comes in, and you obviously saw the first product coming in. All right, so while my team does the setup, I have a very interesting panel going to be right here, right now. I have gotten the job from my own marketing team to showcase and world premiere 2 new films, which you are seeing for the very first time. Now, everybody asks me, how are you talking to the younger generation, right? How are you becoming relevant for the younger generation? Let me show you what we are talking about, how we are embedding Snapdragon as a brand in culture, and how do we do culture marketing. Gaming is important. Take a first look at the gaming film.
स्नैपड्रैगन है ना
Arcade ho ya racing, gaming stays cool with Snapdragon, India's most trusted chipset brand.
I think you all understood the problem, you all understood what's happening. So that was our first film. The second thing, and that's our core. Our core is modem, our core is connectivity. And we stand for delivering the fastest 5G. Okay? So now the film which you will see is on a 5G use case, which you are all mostly aware of. Take a look, and then I'll bring in my panel members in.
Last and final boarding call for flight 5.
एनिमे देखेगा जस्ट रन टू डाउनलोडिंग दैट न्यू वन भाई फ्लाइट मिस हो जाएगी
I repeat, last and final boarding call.
डन डन स्नैपड्रैगन है ना
Anime ho ya Bollywood. Fast 5G downloads powered by Snapdragon. India's most trusted chipset brand.
Put a big round of applause for the entire India marketing team. Rahul Dubey, it's his creative concept. Okay. So, I'm here for a quick panel discussion. You know the guest already, but let me bring them on one by one. Okay, my first guest has spent years at the frontier of what audio can actually do. Okay, he leads Qualcomm's global wearables and personal AI business. And if you have ever put on a pair of wireless earbuds and thought that this sounds ridiculously good, there is a good chance that the next person has something to do with it. Help me in bringing Dino Beckes on the stage. Please. All right. Now, as we all know, that the Indian film industry is anchored in its music, correct? Our next guest is someone who deeply understands this, how music moves people, and how emotion brings millions of us together. While everyone chases scale, this guy bets on the feeling. Now, and the audiences keep coming back. You have seen his work. Many of you have grown up with it. From Jab We Met to Rockstar to Tamasha, films that just didn't play on screens, but they have stayed with you. Put your hands together for the one and only Mr. Imtiaz Ali. Welcome, please. All right. Now, this is a personal story, but I'm going to share it with you. 15 years ago, roughly, I was a kid back then, okay? I landed my dream job at Harman Kardon, okay? I don't know if most of you know about this, but there was one guy, okay? And there was one guy that you always look up to. When you are younger, you always look up to that guy because I wanted to understand sound. It was a passion area. I wanted to do better. And there was one guy that I always looked up to, okay? Life, by the way, has a way of coming full circle, okay? In 2024, 2 years ago, I met him again, okay? And this is the same person who taught me almost everything about audio, what I know today. Help me bring Mr. Shyam Vedantam, Chief Product Officer Board, on the stage now. All right, welcome guys. Okay, so I have a lot of questions coming in from you guys. So I'm gonna do one by one, and I'll try to cater to almost everybody. But the first question everybody wants to understand from all three of you, okay? What's your gear? What's your daily driver in terms of audio? And what are you listening to currently? Dino, I'll start with you. And I know that you have been watching Bollywood movies.
Yeah, so thanks. Well, my gear is just about everything in the Snapdragon ecosystem right now. And whether it's phones or earbuds, and I think I use a variety of different brands and earbuds right now, and looking forward to trying the new headset when it becomes available from Boat. My driver, I think, overall is really just pushing very aggressively for how do we always do better every time, right? It's about moving faster. It's about trying to capture opportunity. I don't even think about what's behind us. It's all about what's ahead. Mm-hmm. And then I think what I'm listening to, I tend to, a lot of podcasts. I spend a lot of time in the car driving to the office every day, learning more and more about our, technology. But then for relaxing, I like to listen to, a lot of my music is maybe a lot of pop or alternative rock, right. And I'm starting to learn a little more about Indian music now, right? So I look forward to talking about that a little more.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dino. Imtiaz.
I'm spending a lot of time in studios these days, audio and video, because we are preparing for the launch of our movie on the 12th of June. So this is post-production time. It's a time where I sit in studio and listen to every kind of sound and put them in different tracks and hope that they get rightly processed and rightly heard finally when it comes down to the consumer, which is why it is doubly reassuring for me to be here in your company. And listening to music is at this time fully dedicated to listening to the film music that comes up, and we make music in different layers in movies, and we have some sort of a tune which gets embellished, which then we record live sounds, and we record sounds of various frequencies, and we map it, and we try to bring out a music experience. So really, that's what is driving me, that's what I'm driving, that's what keeps me through the whole day. Even in the car, while traveling, I'm listening to the music that we are creating. Very, very fortunate to be working with A.R. Rahman, who is the stalwart of the Indian film music world. And all the new innovations that are coming from that side of the universe is my privilege to at the moment go through.
Awesome. Sham, same question for you.
Yeah, any guesses what could be my daily driver? Which brand does it belong to?
Anyone wants to guess?
Yeah, I guess it's pretty obvious. So I support device, obviously. My daily driver is Nirvana Ivy Pro, which was tuned by Imtiaz. We co-developed with
yes,
Mr.
it's here to show actually.
Yeah. So, well, I think my playlist is, again, an eclectic mix of jazz, 60s and 70s classic rock, blues, and, of course, a lot of music from the films that Mr. Imtiaz Ali has directed. I think that's a regular rotation in my playlist. And as far as my usage, right, I think I'm probably both the first user and probably the toughest critic of most of the devices that we build as a company. So I switch between multiple use cases, calling, gaming to some extent, consuming content, and commuting. So I think I look for essentially a device that can kind of excel across all of these parameters. And it's not just about good sound, but it's also about how well it can work across all of these use cases.
Correct.
So that's essentially what I look for.
Awesome. Okay. Imtiaz, my first question is going to be you. And a lot of people have been asking, how is AI impacting Bollywood production now? And most probably the question is, how do you see AI emerging in the storytelling format? So just wanted some...
Well, I feel that AI can be a very good tool and very good help for a creative mind to innovate. I feel that AI is not a substitute for creativity, I feel, but it's a very good tool for it to do so. For instance, a lot of options can be presented very quickly. It can do a lot of managerial, the creative management work, I feel, which takes a lot of time. For instance, if I have a scene, I can do a short breakdown very easily, and I can do multiple short breakdowns using the AI and then choose which frames to take, and then finally I still have the liberty to use my intelligence, but I would have more options that I can bounce off with. Things like that it makes a good reference for a filmmaker. So there are many examples that I can give, but I feel that AI can also be very easily misunderstood.
Absolutely.
And I feel that it's the growth of technology is always a friend to a filmmaker, I feel. And that's how I look at it.
Oh, absolutely. Dino, my question, how is AI helping you? And what are you doing in your products, upcoming products? How is AI helping in that? How is AI helping in noise suppression, making audio sound better for us? Would you just emphasize on that?
Sure. I mean, for us right now is everything that we had before in our designs that was maybe a static algorithm or anything is completely cut over now to be a machine learning algorithm. So how do you be more adaptive? How do you factor in all these different frames of reference, like all the different testing we do for different ears and whatever? All that now, instead of having to be infinitely tuned for every single product. We're expecting that in the next couple of years, we'll be able to have a lot more auto-tuning, right, so to speak, and in addition to being able to have a lot more of a dynamic experience so that instead of having to pick a preset or to adjust something yourself as a user, it'll sense where you are, and it'll sense that you're speaking or not speaking, and then let's say you're in a cafe, you're listening to music in immersive mode, you go up and maybe order a coffee, it goes into aware mode, so you can understand the conversation between this person with it blocking everyone else. And then if you're walking out of the cafe going to the street, you have full awareness so that you can have a good sense of traffic and people around you. So imagine, today we can do that, but it all requires manual intervention.
Correct.
Having this happen dynamically and automatically based on where you are, I think is the next step.
Sham, my question to you now. Has AI become a workflow, a part of your workflow at boAt? And what are the new things which we can see from boAt, especially on the consumer premium audio part of it? What are the different things?
No, absolutely. I think AI has become all pervasive in that sense, right? I think, but when we look at AI, or for that matter, any other technology, particularly coming in from audio, wearables, and lifestyle brand like boAt, we're looking at how AI can essentially enhance user experience, because at the end of the day, it has to add value to the user and enrich their user experience. And then the AI that we are thinking about, it has to be kind of seamless and work behind the scenes, right? That's essentially how we look at devices. And then the AI models that we are looking at is also available at the entire spectrum, right? From the devices to the application to the apps to the cloud. So we are essentially looking at leveraging AI across the entire technology stack, and AI that is more context aware, that is more location aware, as Dino also mentioned, right? How it can understand the current environment that the user is present in and adapt itself automatically. Examples could be like the ones that Dino mentioned. Could be, can I, if I'm in a particularly noisy environment, can it detect that and not just change my ambient ANC levels on my device, but it can it also pump up the music levels.
Got it.
So there are a lot of such use cases. And then another area where we are looking at leveraging AI significantly is in the realm of personalization and customization, because every user experiences products in a slightly different way. The way you enjoy your music, the kind of audio parameters that you like might be different from what someone else might like. So we are looking at how we can develop intelligent AI algorithms and AI models that reside both on devices as well as companion apps that can very seamlessly in real time tune the kind of audio quality that you're getting on your devices. So it's essentially personalization and EQ dynamically in real time. So these are the kind of technologies that we are leveraging AI. In addition to that, we are also very closely watching, experimenting, playing, and engineering voice-first conversational AI agents. So, and you will see some announcements on these lines in the near future from boAt as well.
Awesome. So in a nutshell, basically, what these three gentlemen are telling me that AI is here. AI is now going to be in your wireless earbuds and almost every consumer audio product. But at the same time, we are in for a premium audio experiences. So that's my understanding. That's in a nutshell. Okay, Imtiaz, my next question is to you. And this is basically the emergence of the era of streaming. Okay, so how do you think audiences' ears have changed over the years? Are they hearing differently now because of technology, streaming, and social media consumption? And does that change how you approach sound design for your films?
That's a very smart question. I think the change has been immense as far as audio is concerned for the consumer. That's because of technology chiefly. And we were a bit demoralized earlier, thinking that if we are making so many tracks and we are making a certain settings and expecting a certain quality of hearing, but that is only possible in some finely calibrated cinema theaters in the world.
Very true.
But the moment it comes to a device, we were discouraged because we felt that the capability of the device to showcase that kind of a sound design was not present earlier. over the years, of course, that improvement is seen, and that's a very encouraging sign for us. And there is no loss of the creativity of design that we are creating for the experience. As I said earlier, the work that I do is audio-visual, and audio is the first point of contact, I feel. It is the simplest way to reach. And so it's very encouraging. As a consumer also, I'm aware of the technological advancements and the various layers that I can now hear. And it really changes the feeling of an experience,
Correct.
which is audiovisual. So yes, we are now encouraged to push the boundaries more and more. When technology develops, you become aware of certain new goodies that you have. When, for instance, surround sound happened in theaters, we were very excited to be able to use helicopter sound, and we
Correct,
thought,
yeah.
let's do a shooting with a helicopter so that we can create that, and we can put sound in different parts of this theater. It's like being inside a church, and then you can hear the music from all, so you're inside the sound. I'm very inspired by the designing of a church in Europe, because you're inside the sound. So in movies also we are creating that, and more, with the help of gentlemen like yourselves, we are getting that experience on a device now.
Awesome. Okay, cool. My second question is coming to you, Dino. Okay, tell us, when most people think about music technology, they think about apps and speakers, okay? But the real magic starts at the silicon level. Walk us through what's actually happening inside the chip, and what is making that modern audio experience possible. What's happening exactly inside the chip?
Well, there's many different subsystems. When you look at, if you were to partition a chip, right, you open it up, it's almost like an entire city inside, right? There's multiple neighborhoods, there's multiple sections that are doing different things. So, what we really try to do is figure out how to get these different areas that are focused on very specific actions or functions. How do we get them to work together so that the sum is greater than the individual components? So we're talking about, it starts at how do we do basic audio curation? How do we get the stream of bits and turn it into something that the human ear can appreciate and feel a difference in terms of quality. It's about how do we then transmit that information in a very efficient way with a robust link, so that when, it's not just being able to generate the sound, but then also being able to receive it. And it's about being able to have an adaptation layer so that every person is different. So we talked about personal audio adjustment, but it's even something people don't realize is that people's ear canals are just as unique as their fingerprints. Right? So to be able to adjust to all these things, and the objective is how do you deliver a perfect outcome? I mean, that's really Shyam's area of expertise, but for us it's like, how do we make sure that he has the tools at his disposal to turn that, technology into magic?
Right. Building up on exactly what Dino said, okay? Shyam, boAt has put audio hardware in the hands of millions of Indians, okay? Now, many of them are actually first-time premium audio users,
right?
Okay? What are you seeing on ground? What is that shift like, okay? Are people investing more in premium audio? And what is the younger generation asking for? Tell us what the market is asking for.
No, absolutely. I think over the last several years, we've been seeing a fundamental shift in terms of how users are experiencing these devices, right? I think user behavior is changing. The way they are consuming content is also rapidly changing. So essentially, when they're looking at premium audio experiences, it is not just specific to music listening, right? I think they essentially want seamless audio experience when they're consuming different forms of content, be it audio or video, when they are gaming, when they are commuting. So they essentially want the premium audio experiences across multiple use cases. And that is essentially what we look for, right? When you're trying to build a product like Nirvana Utopia 2 Pro, how is it that it can seamlessly address these diverse use cases for a diverse set of users and deliver a compelling end-to-end user experience. So that's one of the things that we look for. But in addition to that, I think the challenge from an end user point of view also, right? I think as and when customer experiences different types of consumer devices, the expectations from these devices are also rapidly changing. They're becoming a lot more demanding. And I think, and they are not looking at, as I said earlier, right? They're not looking at devices for specialized use cases. They are looking at something that can help them in their day-to-day lifestyle.
Correct. Awesome. Okay. Imtiaz, mostly my last question to you. Okay. If you have both Dino and Sham here, and they have to build you a perfect tool, whether it's in post-production, mixing, or even during shooting, okay, what would that look like? Okay, I think you have the answer already. What's the gap that you think exists today, and how can these two gentlemen fulfill that?
Well, then let me put this as a challenge to both of you. As a director, I miss a single session where every aspect of the sound and the visual can be accessible to me to make changes in high resolution at the last moment, when we have mixed various levels of sound over 2-3 months and come to a certain position and done premixes, and then there is a certain mix that is available to us. Similarly, when we've done the color correction and Wi-Fi, VFXing and all of that, and we've put that together, and we have the final film, as one is expected to see in the theater. There should be a technology available that somebody can watch the film, the editor and the director can watch the film and make last moment changes in any aspect without having to go into a particular studio to make an effect change and then come back to the final film. You know, that ability to see the whole film together and at that point make changes to it will be very, very beneficial and very complicated, I'm sure. It is not so easy to explain to me. This is my specific requirement, and I hope technology develops to be able to solve this.
Gentlemen, I think both of you now have new KPIs. So
we have a big homework project.
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think we're always up to the challenge.
Okay, one last question to you. Okay, if there's one thing you would like to ask Dino, and it would be processor's role in enabling something further in the realm of premium audio, what would you want Dino to deliver?
Yeah, I think we spoke about that, right? I think in the era that we live today, AI obviously is all pervasive, and then what I would ask Dino is about how we can make AI and intelligence on the edge a lot more powerful and without the power/battery penalty.
Awesome. Okay, Mike, last question to you. Okay, this is your first time in India.
Tough questions, right? Please be kind.
Okay, this is my kindest question to you. This is your first time in India for the Snapdragon for India event, correct?
Yes, many times in India, but first time for this event.
First time for Snapdragon for India. You have been interacting with the insiders. You have been interacting with our media friends.
Yes.
Okay, what has been your experience and your key takeaway that you will bring back home?
Well, I think overall, I've always, I have a perspective sometimes in looking at India and other markets from maybe a distance, right? But I think one thing that impresses me coming in is like the passion that people have for audio. I think that matches my passion for it, right? It's so powerful. I think when you look at films, right, it's the music is really the music is so core to how you connect with the film and your feelings, right? I feel that is something that maybe just now in the U.S. we're starting to get a grasp as you see maybe the growth of musicals, right, as becoming more popular. But for me, I find the passion, the energy, the speed of change, it's energizing for me. Like coming here is just something where I always walk away with No matter how good I felt before I came, I feel worse because I said we need to move even faster and we need to do even more, because when you have such passionate care about the things that we do with hearables, I think it just encourages me to try to do even better.
Awesome. Right? Okay, cool. So these were all my questions. And gentlemen, thank you for joining me today. I think it's been a pleasure. Imtiaz, absolutely. Thank you. All right. A quick photo opportunity. I think the camera guys are here. We'll just stand. All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. It's been my pleasure. Please. All right, so that brings me to the end of Snapdragon for India. We call it Season 3, Edition 3. But thank you to each one of you in this room for making this day super, super successful. The demo room is now open. You can shoot, you can interact with the products. There are a bunch of Snapdragon audio products to play around with, okay? So demo room is now open and lunch is also open. Thank you again for joining us today.